Okay guys, welcome back, and this is probably, besides my simulator room, this is probably my second favorite room in the house. This is my living room. There is no computer up here except for my little laptop sitting here in front of me. And this is my Asus, what is this, a 13-inch laptop. You can see the specs. 1.6 gigahertz processor with 1 gig of RAM. This is Windows 7 Basic, which is a 32-bit operating system, and I think it's got one of those Intel graphics chips, probably like a 32 megabyte or something like that. Bottom line, this thing probably couldn't even run FS98 if it even tried. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of how low you can actually go on performance-wise. Now, go ahead and start the client, and again, I'm on a wireless network, so that will also affect my speeds as well. This is what you'll get when you first fire it up. Every window is configured so that you can see everything. Of course, you won't want to do this, and if you know panel configs, you'll know exactly how to get around this. But one thing I do want to show you is full screen windowed mode. Really no such thing between the two. In this software. As you can see, I am moving the window all about, technically in windowed mode, but look at this. The developer has gotten rid of all the borders. Now, if I do double click, I can get the borders back, but we don't want the borders, do we? We're putting this in our MIP. We don't want any borders whatsoever. We just want it to be flush, and there you go. Now, I'm going to run this real quick so you can see these standby gauges, just to see that there they are. There's the standby gauges. Standby altimeter, RMI indicator, and attitude indicator. Of course, there's all the different options that you can have, but we're going to go through those in just a second. But I couldn't show you the standby gauges on my MIP, unfortunately, so I figured I'd show them to you now. So we're going to end that to disconnect from the server. Now, go ahead and go into config. We've typed in our IP address for our server. We don't want auto connect. And we're going to go down here. Now you can make your own custom displays. You can see there's different options, and I've made a Captain ND and CDU, just to show you what we can do with this software. There's the CDU keypad, Captain side, and the Captain's ND. Now, say you have the Open Cockpit's CDU, or another different CDU, of course, that has its own CDU keypad. Well, you can opt to use the CDU Screen, which I will select now, instead of the CDU keypad. And there it is. There would be the CDU Screen. I have not configured this completely. And there would be the ND. The CDU Screen would not have the keypad attached to it, so it would be completely clear of the keypad, that you can put that into whatever hardware CDU that you have. So let's go back to this just to show you guys what I can do with this. I'm not even upstairs. Go ahead and run this now. Now again, please do keep in mind that that this is running off a wireless network, so everything's going to be a little slow. But as you can see, I can make changes to the CDU here and execute. And there it goes. I can actually control the airplane all the way from up here in my living room without even being near the simulator. We're turning direct to a waypoint on our CDU flight plan. And you can do everything in this CDU. You can, change your SIDS and stars, add in a holding pattern if you want. You can even do the iFly737NG stuff in here, which is awesome. I mean, if I wanted to change my panel styles, if I wanted to go from, oop, I kind of moved that on accident, didn't mean to do that, but let's show you this. This is neat. This is really neat. Let's go here, display system. Watch this. I want to change to EFS map. Boom. There it is right there. And it will be changed on my simulator as well. So you can even mess with the iFly options away from your simulator. If you wanted to go EFS map when you came back, go for it. You can change it without even being near your sim. Isn't that just pretty neat what you can do with this software? I mean, I don't know any other software that can do that remotely. And we'll go ahead and set this up because we're gonna be landing soon. Good information for you guys here. Put that in there. There we go. Right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these videos. I've got one more thing to show you, I think, before this is all over. And oh yeah, that's right. That's what I wanted to show you. I'm sorry. A little lost. I have to apologize. It's 11:30 at night. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning because I had to work, and I'm trying to get these videos done as fast as possible so that you guys can see them. Alright, so what I just did right now was, this is the client folder, and it's got everything in there. There's the client, the config, which holds your IP address if you want to do an auto run. I wish I could tell you more about this run.bat. From what I've been told by the developers, that you can make it so that it automatically starts everything for you. I haven't played around with it, to be honest. I wish I could tell you more about it, but I'm just not that tech savvy when it comes to it. Besides, I don't mind making a few clicks. But anyway, what I've done, I've opened up the panel config, and this is just like your flight simulator panel config. This is our first display all screens, and it gives you all the gauge possibilities that you can make. Now keep in mind, when you make changes to this, if you go, say I want to go 15 gauges, I don't know why I would want to, but say I did, I wanted to go 15 gauges, you have to be sure that you put maximum number 15, and or you could put 20 or 30 or 100, whatever, but you have to make sure that that maximum number is at least the same or greater than how many gauges you are going to have. Also, if you make changes, say I wanted the Cdu Screen captain only on here, and I took all this out, you need to make sure that you start with gauge 00. So I took all this out and made this number 1. I would have to change it to gauge 00, and then the next gauge would be gauge 01, 02, and so on. Doesn't matter what it says over here, as long as it says gauge 00 and it goes consecutively on down from here. Now, the neat thing about this is, what if I wanted to change this? Now, remember what I showed you? You can make custom windows. Well, this is exactly what you can do. You can either make brand new windows, or you can just take whatever they have in here and change them, do whatever you want to. That's what I like to do, as it's just easier. But what if I changed it to, let's just say, hello. There we go, in funky letters. File, save. Then we'll go back to our client. Run the config again. Hello. There it is. So this goes to show you that you can easily make changes in here and have it reflect in the client. And it's important to note that size X, size Y, you should get the resolution from whatever screen you're going to be putting on. This is a I believe 1200 by 600. So what I should do is put 1200 by 600. Now say you're running multiple monitors. Say I was running 2 monitors at 1200 by 600. I would want this, if I wanted this whole client to span both monitors, I would need this to be 2400 and 600. because you're telling the window what size pixels you want, and if you want it to be completely covering the monitor, you have to have it the same resolution that either is your monitor that you're putting it on, or if you're stretching it across multiple monitors, you have to multiply the size X by how many monitors you have, or add them. Say if I had a 1780 monitor over here and a 1200 monitor over here, I'd have to add 1780 plus 1200, and that would be my size X. That's a very important thing for you to note. Position X, position Y, this is the position of the window. I would not mess with this, as when you make the client, when you first start the client and you move the window around to where you want it to be, it will automatically save it here for you. So though I wouldn't even mess with those numbers. Just that's just to move it in relation to the screen itself. You can move that with your mouse, and then it will automatically save the values in there for you. I mean, you could mess with it if you want, but it's just easier to move with your mouse. And again, the gauge is down here, so I'm going to go ahead, just to show you how this works, go ahead and get rid of all this, pretty much, except for the Captain PFD. This works just like a panel config in FS, window 2, of course, there's a Captain PFD, window 3, Captain ND, and all the way down here, you can see where I've made the Captain ND and CDU, and Captain ND and CDU Screen. And again, all you got to do is just do it like you would a FS panel config. Very simple. This is the gauge X. We're in relation, what is that, horizontally on the screen, the gauge will be. This is gauge Y, where vertically the gauge will be 0, 0, meaning we are putting it at the top left corner of our screen. And these are the height and width in pixels. And the gauge is 250 and 250 in pixels. We're going to change that. We're going to make it, say, 500 and keep it 250. I know it's going to look funny, but this is just to show you how easy this stuff is to change. Oh, we're going to go ahead and save. Oh, one note. Just like a panel config, if you make a change in the panel config, you're not going to see the change in the client until you restart it, which, unlike FS, is not that much of a pain in the butt to do. So, again, there you go. I'm back to config hello that I've just changed, and there's the PFD monitor that I've just changed. So, very easy to configure. I don't think there's anything else left that I have to show you guys. I hope you give this software a chance. Steve has already noted that there's going to be a special discount price for those of you that order before, I believe it's November 7th or something like that, and you're going to save 50 euros, which in American dollars I think is like 75 bucks or something like that, and that's a pretty good savings. And if you already own the iFly for FSX version, you're also going to get a reduced price as well, because, I mean, that's pretty much what you're getting. The iFly FSX models, the 600 through BBJs, as you would get now, the sound package that comes with it. Of course, you'll get the server and the client. And for 350 euros, not bad considering your alternatives. I won't name the developer, but the developer I was going to go with for my gauges and whatnot, they wanted 900 and I believe it was 999 euros for just the glass and the CDU itself. And then if you wanted the overhead panel and stuff, you had to pay extra. And that didn't include a model, that didn't include any sound packages, nothing. So you're really getting a complete all-in-one package. You don't have to do any model modifications, nothing. It's already all done there for you. You get the aircraft, or aircrafts, I should say, the gauges, server, client, sound package, everything all in one, right there at your fingertips for 350 euros. Not bad. So keep an eye on the iFly forums for more information as Steve gets it out, and we hope to see you fellow simmers flying the new home cockpit version. And once again, my name is Jeremy, and I am always on the iFly forum and always there to help. I can help you with scripting if you use SIOC, or if you need any help with this new software once it comes out, don't hesitate to ask on the forum, and we will be happy to help you. So goodbye for now, and hope you've enjoyed these videos.